Hi friends, welcome to our channel. If you love our videos, please subscribe and like the video. Today, we are reviewing the 2023 action comedy movie, The Machine.
I killed a man!
Well, technically you killed several men.
The movie is based on real events in the life of Bert Kreischer and fictional events that happened in his second trip to Russia in 2023.
He just looks at me and goes, "Stole!" And everything I had planned on saying flooded out of my head, and all I said to him in Russian in his doorway was, "I am the machine."
In the movie, the first trip to Russia was told to have happened in the year 1999 and not in the year 1995. When Bert was in college in the 1990s, he had taken a Russian course by mistake.
Was one time I signed up for a Russian class thinking it was Spanish, and it took 3 classes before I realized, I don't think this is Spanish.
Because Bert is the one who made the quorum for the class and getting out of the class will give a problem for the faculty, he was promised to get a C even without learning the language.
I need 14 kids to teach this class. You're the 14th. I need to teach this class in order to get my master's. So, you don't have to do anything all semester and I'll just give you a C.
He, however, never learned a word from the course and had difficulty in learning the language.
So I took Russian 1, 2, 3, and 4, never learned a word.
The story developed further when the Russian language class had planned a trip to Russia.
Like, we're taking a trip to Russia. If you go, you'll get a minor.
This trip was planned during the time when the Russian mafia mob ran everything. For the promise of a minor, Bert joins the trip.
She goes, "It doesn't matter. We need kids to make this trip happen. And if you go with all the classes you've taken and the ones you will take, you will get a minor."
The class is informed that the Russian mafia had been paid off to grant protection for the class.
So we went to Russia in 1995. This is when the mob ran everything. And they told us that our very first night. They sat the whole class down. They're like, "Listen, we have paid off the mafia to keep you safe."
They are then introduced to a mafia member who would accompany them to ensure their safety. The professor informs the students not to engage with him. However, Bert had different ideas.
I was a frat boy on a class trip.
This is Igor. He's here for your protection. He is very dangerous. You are not to talk to or hang out with him.
All I want to do is hang out with him.
During this trip, on a train journey, Bert meets a mafia gangster and in fear messes up his words.
It doesn't matter because the second the door opens and I'm face to face with a real Russian gangster with the wife beater and the tattoos with the track pants and the cigarette, and he just stares me up and down.
Bert says in Russian, "I am the machine."
I did not speak Russian.
Yeah, machina.
All I knew how to say was,
On the machine!
The gangster, Igor, then takes Bert to his friends.
brings me in a room full of 9 Russian gangsters drinking and smoking and just goes, "Stop! Tell them what you said." Now I'm like, "I'm the machine!"
Bert soon becomes friends with the mafia gangster, Igor, who even threatens their professor defending Bert.
"Help, you're done. Stand up!" And Big Igor looks at me confused, then smiles, takes a big sip of vodka, spits it in her eyes and goes, "No one talks to the machine like that."
During this night of odd partying in the train, he becomes the machine, a legend in Russian folklore. Bert even gets the experience of robbing everyone on the train with his mafia buddies.
Summer of my life.
We robbing this guy?
This is Russia!
23 years later, Bert is now a stand-up comedian, having turned his story into a comedy special that is viral on YouTube.
The story continues.
What is wrong with this shirt?
Bert, in a tense relationship with his wife and elder daughter Sasha, hosts a party for her sweet 16. In this party, he gets to meet his dad after a long time, with whom he has an estranged relationship.
Machine? Not today, brother. Not today. My dad showed up.
You paid money to see my son tell his made-up story about robbing a train in Russia?
For the millionth time, it's a true story.
His wife consoles him, saying his dad is a monster.
Before he started making me mental, look at it.
He's a monster.
Bert's daughter Sasha leaves the party, accusing him that it is always about him trying to be a good dad. Life takes a turn for Bert when his past comes back to haunt him. Bert is confronted by Irina, a Russian mobster. During Bert's visit to Russia 23 years back, he had inadvertently stolen an antique pocket watch from Irina's dad.
Are you the machine? 23 years ago, you stole the only thing my father ever cared about.
Some sort of TikTok prank? I'm about to lose my shit.
It's definitely a prank.
Irina, to prove herself to her father, needs a watch from Bert, for which he asked to travel back to Russia.
Clearly that's a fake gun.
Or not.
You're coming with me back to Russia.
Irina kidnaps Bert along with his father with the intention of retrieving the stolen watch and to punish Bert for his wrongdoings. In Russia, Bert learns more about Irina and her fighting capabilities.
If you try to run.
He's going down.
When Irina's brother attacks them, Bert also gets to shoot and kill a few people.
I'm just gonna shoot him in the leg. Oh my god, I'm going to fucking hell!
Bert gets to meet his old friend Igor, who has now transformed and leads a happy life. To Bert's surprise, Igor hands over all items that they had robbed from the train 23 years ago. Meanwhile, Bert's dad gets kidnapped by Irina's brother.
Why are you talking all fast like you're on speed or something?
I'm on speed. Oh, more drugs.
Bert gets to compete with a Russian over his name The Machine, where he seems to realize his age. How Irina becomes a leader of the Russian mafia and how Bert gets back to his family is the rest of the movie. Told more in a funny way compared to a full-fledged action movie.
That shirt and show those SOBs who you really are.
Now, you gotta party with me.
He's the motherfucking machine.
This is a good movie, especially for those who had enjoyed the stand-up comedy or YouTube videos of Bert Kreischer about his trip to Russia. Do remember to enjoy the movie in theaters. To continue enjoying our videos, please subscribe to our channel. We will see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye from The Machine.